Hi guys, how are you? So we will now progress with our project, and what we will now implement is it's a logout function. So let's say this is our home page. When we click the button which is more, we want to log out from the application. Okay, it's quite easy to do, and of course directly we'll head to our Xcode project. So first of all, in order to program the behavior of this button, we need to make an outlet connection. Okay, so this is my home view controller. We're going to our home view controller on our main storyboard. We're selecting the button and we are calling Assistant Editor. Okay, in the Assistant Editor, make sure that you have selected Home VC. Then we're scrolling right to the bottom. Okay, this is my button, which is for the more or option button. I'll hold this, hold Control left mouse click, drag it right over here, and we will name it more button underscore click, and the connection is of type action. Okay, so then we're heading to the home view controller directly, and we will now start programming the behavior of this function. Okay, it's quite simple. It is quite simple, and here first, as you know already, we will need to declare an action sheet to call the action sheet whenever we plus load more just more options button. Okay, so here first of all we are creating action sheet. So we'll write let action sheet equals to UI alert controller. Over the round bracket, select the title and name. Select this option. The title will be nil, message will be nil, preferred style will be action sheet. Okay, great. So then we'll create a buttons for the action sheet. Creating buttons for action sheet. Okay, so the first button will be logout. Let logout equals to UI alert action. Open the round bracket, select the method with the title, style, and the handler. Title will be logout, style will be dot destructive. Yeah, that is the one. In completion handler, there will be completion handler. Here we'll make the reference as action. Here I will remove my dot. Okay, so then after logout, we will create the button which will be cancel button. Let cancel equals to UI alert action. Open the round bracket, select the first protocol. The title will be cancel and the style will be cancel as well. Okay, and there is no completion handler because cancel style, it always cancels the action sheet. Okay, now we need add buttons to the action sheet. Okay, here we're writing action sheet.add action. First we'll add logout, then we're doing the same for the cancel. Action sheet.add action for the cancel button. Okay, and finally we want to show action sheet. Show action sheet. Here is the comment. So here we'll simply writing present view controller to present. It will be our action sheet. Animated, yes, it is true, and there is no completion handler. Okay, so this is generates the action sheet. So now what we need to do is whenever we'll press this red button, which is a logout, we want to go back to the login view controller, and then we want to clear the current user global variable. Okay, so first of all, we need to instantiate the login view controller. We're going now to the main storyboard. And in order to instantiate this view controller, we'll have to provide this view controller with the storyboard ID. So that is the login view controller. Click this yellow button, then go to the class inspector. Here at storyboard ID, we will write the same as the name of the class. That is the one. Okay, select your login view controller, open the right panel, then select the class inspector tab. Then here is the class which is login VC. Just paste the same. So in order so we won't get confused, we're giving the same ID as the class of this view controller scene. Great. So we're now coming back to your home view controller. Now we will access login view controller access, or you can say instantiate login view controller. Okay, so I'll create a new variable, login VC equals to UI storyboard. So we're now accessing storyboard. We have only one we have two storyboards, which is a launch screen and main storyboard. So I'll access main storyboard. There is no bundle we need. Dot instantiate view controller with the identifier. So we want now to instantiate a certain view controller with a certain identifier. Here, as the identifier, we'll paste our login VC, which we just now declared, and we can cast it as being login VC responder to the class. Okay, so then now we'll show login view controller. For that, we'll simply write self.present view controller, which is a login view controller animated false. We don't want it. I don't want it to be animated, and there is no completion handler. Or let's do one completion handler. Okay, as a completion handler, we will clear the current user. Clear user, current user global variable after showing login view controller. This will be more accurate and a better and a more professional logic. So here we'll write current user equals to ns mutable array. So we'll just, ns mutable dictionary, ns mutable dictionary, open and close round brackets, but this means the empty dictionary. Okay, then we'll write user defaults dot standard dot set the value current user for key, and I'll give this, we must give the same key current user. This is what we used to do while logging in. Okay, just now watch, I'll show you something here. Whenever we log in, whenever we're logging in, we're saving the user under the key current user. The parse JSON mutable copy means whatever we get from the server back, the real user, whenever we log in, we save it under the key current user. So we need now, and the same, whenever we register the user, we are saving logged user under the key current user. So now we need this current user key make empty, because this is exactly what got loaded in the app delegate. So here you see loading current user equals to loading the all information under the key current user. So we now need to make it clear. So I'm now going back to home view controller. Here for key it will be current user, and the next one will be user defaults dot standard dot synchronize. Okay, so save as an empty user. So here I'll write save as an empty user, which means let's say just blank ns mutable dictionary. This is what we're doing actually. Okay, so here I'll write comment. This function is called when logout button has been clicked. Okay, so we can now check our code. Everything must be working fine. So here we've created the action sheet, and we're declared the buttons, then we added these buttons, then we're showing the action sheet. So when we click the log out button, this is the completion handler. Here self present, it should be lowercase everything. Then whenever we click login button, log out button, this is the completion handler. We are accessing login view controller on the main report. We're presenting login view controller. If login view controller presented successfully, then we are clearing the current user global variable. So which means there will be no user saved. Okay, so we are now building our application. Everything is working fine, so now we're logged in. So what I will do, I'll just now log out. So now Jennifer Lawrence, she has logged out from her account, and we can now rebuild it. It will show that she has logged out. Here we go. Okay, we'll now try to log in as a Jennifer Lawrence, or anybody else will log in. So now she is logged in her account. Okay, so this shows us how we can execute login and log out pages. So let's say when I will now rerun the application, it will show Jennifer Lawrence as logged in user. Here we go. So this is how it works, guys. So that is really amazing. That is, we have made another achievement. So now we'll go to the more button of the guests page. Okay, let's go and do this.